Morning students, I am Deepali Patil, your maths teacher. Today we are going to study chapter number 2, polynomials of class 10 standard. Okay, in earlier section we have already seen up to exercise 2.1. Today we are going to see the relation between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. Okay, so what is the relation between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial? First of all, zeros means what? Zeros means the factors of a polynomial. Okay, so here we have taken the quadratic polynomial. Let f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c with the quadratic equation. Okay, with the quadratic equation we have to compare, we have to find out the relation between zeros and coefficient of this polynomial. Okay, so here we have to take zeros of this polynomial. Let alpha and beta be the zeros here. Okay, let alpha and beta be the zeros here. Okay, and coefficient means what? Coefficient of this x square, x, and then constant term. So coefficient of x square is a, coefficient of x is b, and c is the constant term. So here alpha and beta be the zeros of this quadratic polynomial. Okay, so by factor theorem, how can we write this alpha and beta as x minus alpha and x minus beta? Okay, by factor theorem we write this alpha and beta means factors. Okay, or we can say that factor means zeros of this polynomial. We can write these zeros of polynomial as x minus alpha and x minus beta. Okay, now let f of x is equal to k into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Okay, so x minus alpha and x minus beta are the factors of this quadratic polynomial f of x, and k is a constant term. So how can we write this f of x then? After finding the zeros, we can write it as k. K is any constant here. Okay, k into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Okay, where k is any constant. Okay, where k is any constant term. Okay, so alpha and beta are the zeros, a, b and c are the coefficients of the quadratic equation. Okay, after finding zero we can write f of x as k into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Okay, how can we write factors then? X minus alpha into x minus beta according to the factor theorem. So here k into x minus alpha into x minus beta is obtained here. Okay, so therefore f of x means what? Our given equation or our given quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c is equal to k into see here. So see here we get x square minus alpha plus beta, x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. Okay, how this step obtained here? By solving these two brackets. Okay, after solving these two brackets we get x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. So do it yourself. Okay, so we get ax square plus bx plus c is equal to, according to this polynomial, we get x square plus bx plus c is equal to k into x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. Now equate the coefficient of these two polynomials. Okay, equate the coefficient. We can simplify this again. K, multiply this bracket by k, we get k into x square minus k into alpha plus beta into x plus k into alpha beta. Okay, we have to find out the relation between zeros. Okay, so alpha and beta are the zeros and a, b, c are the coefficient of the given polynomial. Okay, so we get the term as ax square plus bx plus c is equal to kx square minus k into alpha plus beta into x plus k into alpha plus beta. Okay, now equate the coefficients of okay, now equate the coefficients of x square comma x and constant term. Okay, and constant term on both side we have to equate the coefficient of x square. Okay, then x and then constant term. Okay, so see here, coefficient of x square is a here, so a is equal to, in this side because equality sign is there, so a is equal to, in this side coefficient of x square is k. Okay, again we have to equate the coefficient of x. So b is equal to, b and this sign, equality sign, is equal to, see here, minus k into alpha plus beta. In another side k minus k into alpha plus beta is the coefficient of x, and again c is equal to, constant term is equal to what? K into alpha beta. Okay, k into alpha beta. Now give it equation number 1, equation 2, and it equation number 3. Okay, now here in this equation a is equal to k is given here, a is equal to k is obtained here, so put this value in equation 2 and equation 3. So putting equation 1 in equation 2 and 3 we get. Okay, after substituting equation 1 in equation 2 and 3, what we get? B is equal to, okay, k is equal to a here, so we can replace this minus k as minus a into alpha plus beta, and c is equal to, we can write k as a, so a into alpha into beta. Okay, so we get b is equal to minus a into alpha plus beta, and c is equal to a into alpha beta, and after transposing this minus a to LHS we get alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. Okay, in this side minus a is multiplied here, after transposing it becomes divide, and similarly here if we transpose this a to LHS side it becomes divide, so c upon a is equal to alpha into beta. So this is the relation between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. So alpha means sum of zeros is equal to minus b upon a, and product of the zeros is equal to c upon a. So write down here, therefore alpha plus beta means sum of zeros. Sum of zeros is equal to what? Sum of zeros alpha plus beta is equal to what? Minus b upon a, and product of zeros alpha into beta is equal to what? C upon a. So if we have given in example that check the relation between zeros and coefficient, then we have to check the sum of zeros and product of the zeros. Okay, so this is all about quadratic polynomial. If cubic polynomial is given to us, cubic polynomial means the polynomial having degree 3, highest degree 3, such polynomial we call it as a cubic polynomial. Okay, so let f of x is equal to, okay, this is first point, and this is second point. So let f of x is equal to cubic polynomial. Suppose any cubic polynomial ax cube plus b x square plus c x plus d. Okay, so this is the cubic polynomial. Okay, remember this thing, if quadratic polynomial is given to us, then it has always two factors. If cubic polynomial is given to us, then it has always three factors. So suppose alpha, beta and gamma, are the factors of this cubic polynomial, then sum of zeros, okay, sum of zeros means sum of these three zeros, alpha, beta and gamma are factors, means zeros of the cubic polynomial. So sum of zeros alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to what then? Minus b upon a. Okay, minus b upon. We can write this minus, see in this above quadratic polynomial we can write minus b upon a means minus of, b means what? Coefficient of, okay, see here, b means what? Coefficient of x. So write it as coefficient of x upon a means what? Coefficient of x square. Okay, coefficient of x square. So write down it like this. Again c means what? Constant term. Okay, constant term, and again a means what? Coefficient of x square. Okay, so when you are finding the when you are solving the questions, then write down like this. Okay, again here alpha plus beta plus gamma in cubic polynomial. Come to the point, sum of zeros alpha plus beta is plus gamma is equal to minus b upon a, and minus b is what there? Minus of coefficient. Okay, minus b, see here, b means what? Coefficient of again x square. Okay, in cubic polynomial, upon a means what? Coefficient of x cube. Okay, see the cubic polynomial, b means what? Coefficient of x square, and a means what? Coefficient of x cube. Okay, coefficient of x cube. So this is the sum of the zeros. Okay, now next is sum of the product of these zeros, sum of the product of these zeros taken two at a time. taken 2 at a time. Okay, means it is given like this: alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to C upon A. Okay, so sum of the product means sum of the product of all the zeros taken 2 at a time. So here alpha beta plus beta gamma and gamma alpha, all these are taken 2 at a time and their product is taken here, and their sum, again their sum is taken here, and the sum of product of zeros of taken 2 at a time is equal to what? C upon A. Again C in our cubic polynomial. See here in this cubic polynomial, C means what? Coefficient of x upon A means what again? Coefficient of x cube. Okay, so this is sum of the zeros, then this is sum of the product of the zeros taken 2 at a time, and next relation is what then? See the next relation. Relation is what? Product of the zeros. Okay, for cubic polynomial, product of zeros, and product of zeros is equal to what then? Alpha into beta into gamma, because cubic polynomial has 3 zeros, so product of zeros is equal to what? Alpha beta gamma, alpha into beta into gamma, and which is equal to minus d upon A. Okay, minus d upon A, minus d. So see now again in our cubic polynomial, see in this cubic polynomial d means what? Constant term. So write down minus constant term upon A means what again? Coefficient of x cube. Okay, so this is all about cubic polynomial. If we have to check the relation between zeros and coefficient of quadratic polynomial, then we have to check sum of zeros alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon A. These two sides must be equal, and product of zeros alpha into beta is equal to C upon A. Again these two sides become equal, and if we have to check the relation between zeros and coefficient of a cubic polynomial, then we have to check sum of zeros alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b upon A. Again these two sides are equal. Sum of product of zeros taken 2 at a time, again these two sides equal. Okay, and again product of zero alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d upon A. Again these two sides becomes equal. Okay, so this is all about the relation between coefficient and zeros of a polynomial. Now see exercise 2.2. Take first question of this exercise. Okay, read the question first. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Okay, again we have to check the relation between or verify the relation between zeros and the coefficients of the polynomial. Okay, so here quadratic polynomial is given to us. How can we say that it is a quadratic polynomial? Because the highest degree is 2 here. Okay, highest degree is 2, so it is a quadratic polynomial. So in earlier class in 9th standard, you have already seen how can we find the factors of the given quadratic equation. How can we find them? By splitting the middle term. Okay, so this is the only one this is the method. By using this method, we can easily find out the factors of this quadratic polynomial. So write down here, by the method of splitting the middle term, means we have to split this middle term here. Okay, so x square minus 2x minus 8 is equal to, okay, so how can we split this middle term? Then we have to take multiplication of first term and last term. Means multiplication of this first and last term is minus 8 into x square. Okay, first term is x square and last term is minus 8, so we have to take multiplication of this first and last term, so we get it as minus 8x square. Now we have to find out the factors of this minus 8x square such that we get minus 2x as a answer. Okay, after solving that factors, we get minus 2x as a answer. So factorize it. Okay, so how can we factorize it? 8 is equal to 2 into 4. So these are the factors of 8. There are no other factors of 8 there. Okay, so 8 is equal to what? 2 into 4. So write down 2 and 4. Okay, so 2 and 4 are the factors. Again x square is there, so when we take multiplication of these two number we get minus 8 only. Okay, so how can we get minus x square? Then we have to write 2x and 4x here. Okay, so now find out the multiplication. Okay, now take the multiplication of these two factors. 2x into 4x is minus 8x square. Okay, only 8x square, not minus, only 8x square. Okay, so we have minus sign here. Okay, so which number has which we have to give which number minus sign there? Okay, it depends on this middle term. Okay, this middle term. Okay, means we have to take multiplication of these first and last term, and we have to find out the factors. After finding the factors we have to take addition of that number such that the answer becomes minus 2x. Okay, so we have to give 2x as a positive sign and 4x as a minus sign. Okay, after taking multiplication of these two numbers. Okay, after taking multiplication of these two numbers we get minus 8x square, and after taking addition of these two number we get minus 2x as answer. Okay, so we can split, or we can write this minus 2x as plus 2x minus 4x. So write down here x square plus 2x minus 4x minus 8, which is equal to. Okay, now see, in these two terms x is common, we can take x as a common, so write down x as a common. In bracket write down the remaining terms. From this x square we have already taken out x as a common, so only x is remaining, plus in this term only 2 is remaining. Okay, now again if we take minus sign as a common, and again from this both term what is common there? 4 is common, so take it as common, take it outside, and then write down in bracket remaining terms. So x is remaining here, plus